Okay, we're back. I started recording, and then she freaking crashed on me. So, scared it was gonna crash again. Sometimes that happens, and then I just usually restart my PC. Like, I know I was saying in last episode, or the episode before that, that I've started up many other Fallout Let's Plays, and maybe even a couple other games I can't recall, I'm not sure. And I've always had issues with either the game crashing or OBS crashing or something. Never goes smoothly. I was actually recording some videos for something else a while ago, project that I was working on, and I recorded the first video just fine, and then I stopped. I needed to edit it. I finished editing it, and then I came back. Um, like I'd never even closed OBS, but when I hit record that time, all of a sudden my screen was blank. It wasn't capturing anything. I screwed around with it probably for 20 minutes, or probably more actually. I got pretty aggravated by it and I really wanted to figure it out. And I had no idea what changed. It just wasn't working. And then I just decided to say screw it, and I reinstalled OBS, and then it started working again. But I'm actually recording this on a laptop, so immediately you're gonna have some issues because, well, because laptops have two graphics cards usually. Oftentimes there'll be like, I have an Intel here because I'm not a plebe, so you usually have your Intel graphics chip, um, and then secondary to that you will have, like in this case I have NVIDIA 840M, I think, in this specific laptop. Um, so in order to save battery life, the laptops usually choose the integrated graphics to render everything on. Like your desktop is going to be rendered using your like onboard graphics because there's no point not to. Like there's nothing intensive about a desktop, so it'll use that. Um, and then yeah, for a game, uh, it's gonna default to the NVIDIA chip.
Can't
And then
run
for
from me.
OBS, which isn't a graphics intensive program just to open or anything, to have sitting there, it's not going to default to use your NVIDIA chip. Um, so you have to have OBS and uh, end your game both on the NVIDIA chip. And when I was setting it up this time, I just forgot and had to remind myself. Pretty sure I did have it that way, and then it still wasn't working, so I reinstalled again when I started recording this series today. And every episode up until now has been recorded on the same day. I took all the episodes until this one were recorded actually in the same sit down. But I've gotten up, had lunch, done some other things since, so this is like the second set of videos that's about to happen here. I don't know how many I'll record today, but hopefully quite a few. And then talk to this. They'll let us in even though we're just a smooth skin.
God,
And there's
are
Chris
you
Haversan. You can't
ugly.
really see him,
Get up.
but he doesn't look like a ghoul, yet he sounds totally like a ghoul. So this guy's insane, really. And then when we talk to the ghoul upstairs, Mr. Jason Bright, I believe his name is, usually over here. Yeah, he sounds kind of normal, except he's got like some
Hello,
weird
Wanderer.
echo to his voice.
Please forgive us our humble surroundings. Our true home awaits us in the far beyond.
Far
Have you
beyond.
come to help?
So these guys are going on a great journey to the far beyond. And he wants me to help it out. He wants me to help them out because there's some demons in the basement. So these guys are super nuts.
Hey.
But we'll do it. The first time I actually played this quest, like I hated it so much, because it's like, because like we saw many Vargas back in Novak, but we didn't accept his quest, which sends us in this direction. We just came here by ourselves. He's like, oh, I'll tell you where the man in the checkered suit went if you go over to the Repcon building and clear it out for me. There's some ghouls up there, something like that, he says. So he's like, yeah, if you can get those guys out of there, then, I'll tell you where the man in the checkered suit went. So it's like, okay, let's go clear out the ghouls. And you get there, and the ghouls are like, hey, why don't you go clear out the basement for us? There's some, there's, what do they call them? Friggin', I don't know. I already forget what they call them. Just freaking call them ghosts and goblins. Let's go clear out those ghosts and goblins in the basement. So we're like, okay. Oh, look at this. Here's one of the ghosts and goblins. And it's like, alright, you sound strange. I came here on behalf of the ghouls upstairs. Oh, maybe I can help. So this is like the third person I'm helping. Yeah, so these Nightkin like stealth boys. So I'm gonna go over here to the storage room, and I'm gonna see if there are stealth boys. And normally, the way I'm gonna do this is I think this guy's an asshole. So, I will use this. Oops. Normally this guy's gonna say, hey, my friend went missing, can you go find them for me? And you find the person's friend, but they're dead, and to get there you have to kill some Nightkin, or do a really good job of sneaking. Usually you're going to need a stealth boy to do that. And then you come back here, you say, yeah, your friend's dead, and he's like, okay, I leave, and then you check his computer, and then you tell the Nightkin where the stealth boys are, and they aren't here. And then the Nightkin leave, and then you go talk to the ghouls come down, the ghouls send you on a freaking quest to get their shit for them, and then you run back upstairs, and the ghouls, and then you launch the rockets. But anyways, I don't like this guy, so we'll just skip finding his dead friend, and he can join his friend. So it's just really like, if you do everything for everybody and you do this quest in the nicest possible way, it's just the biggest goose chase of a quest ever, and it's just lame and boring. So skip a little bit of that. Okay, and then this guy's got 308 rounds, which are pretty expensive, so take those. And then, yeah, Jet, which doesn't weigh anything and sells if we decide to sell it. And then you come over to this computer, and there's a shipment mistake. Oh, they're not at this building, they're at another building. The shipment was sent back. Okay, so we have our information. And now we go talk to friggin' English-speaking mutant, and we say, hey, your stealth boys aren't here. We tell him where they are, and he's like, alright, me and my homies are dipping, dude. And they dip, and then we have to go back upstairs, and it's just, it's an annoying quest, but you get like 1200 experience or something like that. Maybe 1500, I don't know. Regardless, it's kind of worth it. Sometimes I do this quest later on in the game, just because like I feel like early on, a lot of these quests are so much running, and I guess in a way that's kind of what Fallout is. If you don't like walking around from place to place, it's not a game for you, because there's not always a ton of action. I don't know why that guy's spooked, but we'll tell his homie over here that,
Is the way clear?
damn right it's clear. Praise! So now we have to go back to the basement and go through like a bunch more doors, and then we get to this underground lab of theirs. These guys are wearing this lame-ass spacesuit. Like, it would be sick if you actually, like, they had a legit astronaut suit. Like, I would wear that as my armor in this game. But they have this weird, like, 50s comic book I don't know, like space guy. Reminds me of something he. What's that guy's name in Spider-Man 2? The video game, or like Spider-Man 2, the game. Not the Amazing Spider-Man 2, the one that's based off the Tobey Maguire movie with Doc Ock. There's like some dude named, I want to say he's Mysterio, but I don't know, that sounds wrong. Anyways, he's wearing like some weird space-ish type suit, and when you encounter him for the first time, he's got like 5 bars of health, which is like way more than any other boss has had up until that point. But then you punch him once and he falls over, so. I remember feeling like pretty proud of myself when I was like 9 playing that game. When I saw the 5 bars of health go up and I was like, he's gonna die in 1 punch. There's no way this is legit. I waited
to speak with.
Anyways, if you follow this like such a string of dialogue options here, yeah, like let's talk about Chris. You can find out that they're essentially using this Chris guy just to send them on the great journey, because Chris like thinks he's one of them. He thinks he's
became
cool.
Clear that the creator had sent him to us.
But he just got some weird vocal cords, I guess. And they think he's smart. They're like, oh, this Chris guy is, you know, he's gonna help us out. So whatever. And you know, I guess he thinks he's doing something good. So if you want to, you can actually like tell Chris. You can be like, yo, Chris, man, these guys are using you. Like, what the heck, man? And he's like, you're right. They are using me. Let's freaking get them. And then you can sabotage the rockets. And I did that last time, but I didn't feel as good about it as I thought I would. So let these assholes go on their great journey. Yeah, how can I help? So he needs 2 components. I'm just going to say I'll track down whichever one igniting agent there. But you can get them both at the same time. Like, if you know where they are, you can just go out of your way to get them both instead of having to come back and then ask him where the other one is, and then he tells you, and then you go and get that one and come back. Which, the first time you're playing the quest, just adds onto the goose chasiness of it. Go back over to Novak. Okay, so first thing I'm going to get is over there. I think this is where the igniting agent is. I forget which one's which because I just kind of do it. But yeah, over here there's going to be some like golden geckos in this destroyed building that has like some radiation goop around it. Not a difficult area, especially I have Boone and Eddie with me, so we'll be able to clear it pretty easy and get a good amount of XP. I'm going to switch away from my laser rifle though, I just don't think it's worth it at this point. But yeah, let's just get over there and take him out. Alright, here we are. Sorry, I was talking. Oh, this fucking
Hello
guy.
there.
Okay, this guy's... Don't follow me, I'll live longer. But he's not gonna live much longer. So, this guy... I'm not sure, I've never really looked up what triggers his rifle. But at some point, he shows up. And he's just like, hey, have you heard about those star bottle caps everybody's talking about? What the hell? Where would you come from? Usually I run into him at like, I don't know, like I'll rest or I'll wait somewhere to gain a little bit of HP back. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of you waiting, he'll show up. But anyways, 6. So yeah, we're getting up there. We have around 20 or something right now, which is really great. And one thing I remembered earlier while I was taking a break is that we need to put more points into speech. Because coming up sort of quickly, we're going to need it. Or at least it'll be very helpful. I think we have enough with 41. And at this point, it's toughness or running gun. I'm just going to say toughness. Golden geckos are a lot more tough in Fallout 2. I've been playing that recently. They're not an enemy that you want to run into. The fire geckos in this game are, I'd say, the equivalent. They're a little bit more scary. We'll probably, at some point, in one of these episodes later on, when we're a little more powerful, have better guns. We're gonna go and take a lot of the legendary creatures, and we'll make easy work of pretty much all of them, because if you know what you're doing, they're really not that tough, even the legendary Deathclaw. I'm drinking some iced coffee right now, so that's why I'm kind of just walking forward and to the left. I don't have my hand on the mouse. Forward and to the right, not to the left. And I'm trying to... Am I thinking? Yeah, I'm thinking. Okay. We're going to Old Lady... Yeah, there it is. I can see it right now. You can kind of see in the foreground-ish. I'll kind of line it up with my cursor. It's just to the left, up to the left of my cursor. This little garage there. This is Old Lady Gibson's, and she has the other piece that we need. She actually also has Big Boomer, which is a unique sawed-off shotgun, and it's kind of hard to get from her without really killing her.
Hi there.
But one way to do it is to shoot her, and then she'll engage in combat with you. And the moment she does, shoot the shotgun out of her hand. Hopefully it falls out. You holster your weapon, and then she'll stop fighting you, and then you pick it up before she can pick it up. Alright, so 500 caps it is. We don't meet either of those.
What?
I have a magazine for speech,
Subject
I think.
Diagnosis complete. Begin recording. My name is Whitley. I'm a researcher at Adams Air Force Base. Until recently, I was in charge of the Duraframe Reinforcement Project for the combat model iBots. iBot Duraframe Subject E is both the prototype and the last functional model in this test group. I was prepared to make several significant upgrades to the machines. However, as the project was canceled and all Duraframe assets are being diverted to Hellfire armor, I'm sending this model to the Navarro outpost. If you're listening to this log from one of our Enclave outposts in Chicago, give this unit whatever repairs it needs so it can continue to Navarro.
Alright, so... yeah, you can get the shotgun from her.
So, you're back.
I don't really remember where I left off talking, but that right there is what I was talking about in one of the previous episodes, how by having certain encounters with different people, or getting to a certain point in different quests, or just having your companions with you, you can get their little side quests to upgrade them, so that the perk that they have becomes better, and usually they become better. That's the first hint at Eddie's quest there, like they were saying, upgrade this iBot. I'm gonna get rid of Cliff Briscoe's thing. I'll sell that off to her. I'll get rid of this hunting rifle. Machete can go. Yeah, machete can go. And actually, this caravan shotgun we don't need anymore. Get rid of that.
Another
So yeah, and also one thing they mentioned there is thinking I don't know. Once again, it's just I recorded all those episodes at once earlier, so I have no idea what I was talking about during each of them. At one point, I also mentioned the special power armor, and it's called the Hellfire armor. That's what it's called. It was mentioned there. So that scientist or whatever who was working on this iBot we have here with us, Eddie, was taken off the project of upgrading the iBot to instead be working on the Hellfire armor. So I think we'll do that later on. I believe there are 2 spots in the game that you can get it from. One of them is like just hard to get to. I think it's like the most populated area of Deathclaws or something like that, like the southeastern corner of the map. The other way is doing an unmarked quest. I think it's unmarked at least, where you have to meet some like retired Enclave people.
Yes. Have you found the components?
Okay, rockets are ready to go, right? Yep. Tell Jason. All right.
We have everything we need to launch the
Oh yeah,
rocket,
he's telling him.
Jason.
All right. So sick. Now we just have to go upstairs.
Gather all.
Oh yeah, now Jason's on the
May
freaking
the Creator guide my words and help me speak true. The Almighty Creator has seen fit to answer our prayers.
This guy's running like a cult.
The time has come for us to board the rockets and begin the great journey. Though it may seem that all humans despise us, the Creator has seen fit to instruct us differently. The journey ahead would have been impossible if not for the intercession of 2 human friends. One new, the other a long, abiding companion.
Yeah, I was just checking to see if general subtitles
To
were
our
on,
new
because I
friend,
thought
we
it'd
say
be showing
thanks and promise
Jason's
never to
speech.
forget how we cleared from our
I have OBS open on my second screen right now, and it's a lot brighter on there than it is when I'm actually playing here, so it's a good thing, I think. Anyways, now we just have to watch them launch. If we have a high enough science skill, I think of 50, we can actually 55. You can improve the console or the trajectory or whatever. So it would just gain some karma, gain a little bit of extra XP, and I guess they're happy. They're closer to their great journey or something like that. Sweet. Is that enough to level? Yep. Alright. I'm gonna head back to Novak and we'll be heading over to Boulder City to do the Boulder City Showdown, so see you then. Oops. Oops, wrong button.